Blackwood Asylum. A name whispered with a shiver. Its very mention sends chills down the spine of anyone who dares to speak it aloud. A monument to misery, abandoned and left to decay. The walls, once white and pristine, now stand as a testament to the passage of time and the weight of sorrow they have borne. Built in 1888, it was once a refuge for the mentally ill. A place where the troubled minds of society were sent in hopes of finding solace and healing. But the refuge became a prison. Cruel experiments, unexplained deaths. The very walls seemed to absorb the pain and suffering of its inhabitants, turning the asylum into a place of nightmares. Blackwood's history dripped with suffering. Locals spoke of screams echoing from within its walls, even years after its closure. The air around the building felt heavy, as if the very ground it stood on was cursed. Stories passed down through generations, tales of tortured souls forever trapped within the asylum's decaying walls, each story more chilling than the last, painting a picture of a place where hope went to die. Blackwood wasn't just a building. It was a warning, a reminder of the darkness that can reside within the human soul, and the horrors that can unfold when compassion is replaced with cruelty. The asylum stands as a ghostly sentinel, a relic of a time when the most vulnerable were subjected to the most unimaginable horrors. Its shadowed past serves as a grim reminder of the importance of empathy and humanity in the treatment of those who suffer. The group of friends, inseparable since childhood, craved adventure. They had always been drawn to the unknown, the mysterious, and the thrilling. Their bond was forged in the fires of countless escapades, each one more daring than the last. Mark, the leader, always seeking the next thrill. His courage and determination were the glue that held the group together. He had a knack for finding the most intriguing and dangerous places to explore. Emily, the skeptic, grounded yet curious. She often questioned the wisdom of their adventures, but was always the first to uncover hidden secrets. Her analytical mind was a valuable asset to the group. Chris, the tech whiz, documenting their every move. With his camera always in hand, he captured every moment, ensuring their adventures were never forgotten. His technical skills often got them out of tight spots. Jessica, the sensitive one, drawn to the unknown. Her intuition often led them to the most fascinating discoveries. She had a deep connection with the places they explored, feeling the history and emotions embedded in the walls. And Ashley, the daredevil, fearless in the face of danger. Her bravery knew no bounds, and she was always ready to take on any challenge, no matter how perilous. Her adventurous spirit inspired the group to push their limits. Abandoned buildings, forgotten cemeteries, they explored them all. Each location held its own mysteries and stories, waiting to be uncovered by the adventurous five. They thrived on the thrill of discovery and the eerie beauty of these forgotten places. Blackwood Asylum, with its chilling reputation, was their ultimate challenge. The stories of hauntings and unexplained phenomena only fueled their desire to explore its dark corridors. They had heard tales of ghostly apparitions and strange noises that echoed through the halls. A place shrouded in darkness, beckoning them closer. The asylum's ominous presence loomed over them, a silent invitation to uncover its secrets. The air was thick with anticipation and a hint of fear as they approached. On a crisp October night, they crossed the threshold, unaware of the horrors that awaited. The cold air bit at their skin, and the sound of their footsteps echoed through the empty halls. Each step brought them deeper into the heart of the asylum, where the line between reality and the supernatural began to blur. They were about to embark on their most terrifying adventure yet, one that would test their courage and their friendship like never before. They entered Blackwood with nervous excitement. Laughter echoed through the desolate halls. Chris filmed their every step, the camera capturing the building's haunting beauty. Hours passed. The atmosphere grew heavy. Jessica felt a cold presence. Then, silence. Their last communication, a garbled text from Mark, "Get help." Then nothing. Days turned into weeks. Searches proved futile. The friends vanished. Only their abandoned car and Chris's camera remained. The footage ended abruptly. the final frame a chilling image of a shadowy figure. Theories swirled around their disappearance. Some whispered of Blackwood's dark energy, claiming the asylum had consumed them. Others spoke of a time loop, trapping the friends in a repeating cycle of horror. A few suggested something more sinister, a human hand in their vanishing. The most disturbing theory? Psychological collapse. Had Blackwood's oppressive atmosphere driven the friends to madness? Each theory offered a different kind of horror, each more unsettling than the last. Section 5. Echoes of the missing. Weeks turned into months. Hope dwindled. The search parties grew smaller, and the once bustling efforts to find the missing teens became a whisper of their former selves. Then, the sightings began. Locals reported seeing flickering lights within Blackwood's broken windows. These lights, they said, would appear at the stroke of midnight, dancing erratically as if trying to communicate a message from beyond. Others heard faint cries for help, echoing from the depths of the asylum. The cries were soft, almost like whispers, but unmistakably human. They seemed to come from nowhere and everywhere at once, sending chills down the spines of those who dared to listen. A park ranger claimed to have seen 5 figures, silhouetted against a full moon, standing at the asylum's highest window. The figures were motionless, their forms barely discernible, but their presence was undeniable. It was as if they were watching, waiting. Were these genuine sightings or simply the manifestation of a town's collective fear? The community was divided. Some believed the sightings were real, a sign that the missing teens were still out there, trapped in some otherworldly limbo. Others thought it was just the mind playing tricks, a desperate attempt to find hope in a hopeless situation. The lines blurred between reality and nightmare. The once clear distinction between what was real and what was imagined became increasingly difficult to discern. Nightmares plagued the townspeople, dreams filled with the faces of the missing, calling out for help, begging to be found. Blackwood held its secrets close, refusing to relinquish its grip on the missing teens. The asylum stood as a silent sentinel, its darkened halls and hidden rooms a labyrinth of mystery. Every creak, every shadow seemed to whisper of the secrets it held, secrets that might never be uncovered. Section 6. The search continues. The police investigation continued, but leads ran cold. The families of the missing refused to give up hope, organizing their own searches, clinging to the smallest shred of evidence. Psychics offered their services, claiming to communicate with spirits trapped within the asylum. But Blackwood remained a silent, unyielding fortress. Each unanswered question deepened the mystery, fueling the town's growing unease. Section 7. A town gripped by fear. Blackwood's shadow stretched beyond the asylum walls, seeping into the very fabric of the town. Fear became a constant companion. Parents kept their children close. Whispers followed anyone who dared to mention the missing teens. The once peaceful community was fractured, haunted by the unanswered questions. Blackwood had always held a dark power, but now it threatened to consume them all. Section 8. Blackwood's lingering curse. Years passed. The missing teens were never found. Blackwood Asylum stood as a grim reminder of their disappearance. Some believed the asylum itself was cursed, a vortex of negative energy feeding on the living. Others saw it as a tragic testament to human cruelty, the echoes of past suffering reaching out to claim new victims. Whatever the truth, one thing was certain: Blackwood held a dark power, and its grip on the town remained unbroken. Section 9. The legend endures. The story of the missing teens became a local legend, passed down through generations. A cautionary tale whispered around campfires, a reminder of the darkness that lurked beneath the surface. Blackwood Asylum remained abandoned, a crumbling monument to tragedy. And though the truth of their disappearance remained elusive, one thing was certain: the legend of Blackwood would endure, a chilling reminder that some mysteries are best left unsolved.